Hello everyone and welcome back for another video of Love and Deep Space. This is Daxelia and on today's video I would like to talk about Xavier anecdotes. So I just finished reading the anecdotes and to be honest, especially the third anecdote had me in tears. I mean, come on. I read it and I was literally crying. I mean, that was very, very sad, man. Oh my god, this really broke my heart. I mean, Xavier later on became the least favorite on my list. But after reading that, oh my god, because I don't know, I felt he was kind of boring and not interesting. I don't know, he barely showed emotions. And I don't know, I didn't really liked it. Anyway, so I heard like a lot of people say, well, this was a spoiler for me that there is a lot of timeline. I didn't know about that, but someone spoiled it for me that there is many timeline actually, and it's not just the present, which is the main branch. Okay, so in the main branch they speak about the present, which we are literally playing, and then later in the anecdotes you have some stories that speak in the past and some of them are in the future, which for Xavier we have it split between past and future. We have both of them. I don't know about the other love interest. I still did not read the stories, the anecdotes of the rest. I mean, I read those of Silas because it's just one, but the others I still did not read them. I'm still new to the game. I still don't know a lot of things, so yeah. Another thing that was spoiled for me is the MC, the situation of the MC, what's happening with the MC. And to be honest, after reading the anecdotes of Xavier, I feel sad that this was actually spoiled for me, but at the same time maybe not, because I might have not understood what actually happened, and maybe I wouldn't have know what was actually happening, or when I could have unlocked this information. Anyway, so we know that the MC have like a disease which make her heart, she have a heart disease, which she doesn't last for long and she die younger. And I think it's because of the ether core in her heart. I do not want to go deep in this conversation because I'm not really sure about it. Anyway, after reading the anecdotes of Xavier, you kind of understand what's actually happening and why he's actually cold. It wasn't a surprise for me that he's actually a prince, because he actually does look like a prince. Okay, and every story we read about some kind of prince, that the guy have some people or bodyguards surrounding him, like we read in the anecdote 3 of Xavier. And suddenly a girl come up and she break this thing, I don't know, then he fall in love with her. I mean, for me, I think that's why he fall in love with her, because no one dared to come near him, because of the eyes that he had around him, because of the bodyguards that he had around him. So no one dared to come near him except for her. For me, this is one of the things that he fall in love with her. Or let's say that maybe he admired her at first, but then he fall for her. And the reason why his character is kinda cold, because literally he doesn't own his life. I mean, he is a prince. Some things are expected from a prince on how he need to behave, his character, what he needs to do. He need to be brave, and I don't know, all of those things. So that's one of the reasons why I think we see him. He is a sad character. He is a sad character when he is not around the MC, and she broke. I mean, it's like kind of a curse that was on him, and she broke this curse. Then later on, when he knew about her, what's going on with her, I mean, at first she also had a crush on him, but she didn't want to go near him because of her condition, because he can live forever and she cannot. So that's why she didn't want to go near him at first, but then she just went for him. After he knew about what's going on with her, he wanted to help her. He didn't want to lose her. I mean, I don't know if he didn't want to lose her because like she was the only person that he know that she's gonna stay next to him. I don't know. But I mean, he did like her. I don't want to say, I mean, they were in school or in high school, for example. I don't know. I think that, dude, relax. This might be just a school crush. Look, I ship the MC more with Silas. Maybe that's why I'm saying that. Anyway, he went to the extent to help her. He also got a curse. And when I say a curse, like he had to pay for his freedom, or I don't know what it was, but he paid a price just to find something, or the car, a protocol, I don't know what it is, to help her. But what I didn't understand, why she didn't take it. I mean, she could have lived, no? I don't know. He brought the thing to you. He sacrificed himself, his life, I don't know, for you. And later on, she did not accept it. I mean, this didn't enter my head. I mean, why? Why? And also we understand now why in the main story have this thing, the collar on his neck, because the curse is still on him. I also read something, a spoiler about Zayn. I do not want to say it, but I mean those MC, the love interest, they are doing everything for her. I mean, they are sacrificing themselves for her. I mean, and then later what? She do not accept it. I mean, come on, don't be so mean. Anyway, this scene when she was dying in his arm, oh my god, this puts me in tears. I mean, this is one of the reasons because why he was searching for her, why he went to the past and then in the present of what we know. Like he went to the past to find her. There's something that I didn't understand there in the anecdote. They speak about some backtracker, which is an ally of Xavier, that they came. I think what I understood, I don't know if I understood it right or not, that he came, they were searching for Xavier to bring him back, I think, and he said something that still didn't destroy this planet or timeline, I don't know. Then a light or something happened. I'm not sure if it was Xavier doing or the other guy. I mean, we understand now that in the present, when they said 14 years ago wanderers came, that was Xavier's fault. Okay, so I do not know exactly if Xavier did it or the other guy, but either way it was because of Xavier. And I think that's why Xavier blamed himself for what's happening. I mean, in the present, when we read the timeline in the present, we do not understand why he was sad about it or why he didn't say anything about it. But I think now we understand why he kind of blamed himself for what happened 14 years ago, because it was because of him. But I do not know if he was the one who did it or the other guy, because later in the anecdote he said that thing that they wanted to destroy, it failed. I mean, you wanted to destroy it or the other guy wanted to destroy it? I didn't understand. So now the other point, whatever is the reason, we already know that he is in love with her. So is he going in time because he want to help her? He want to save her? He want to protect her from someone or from something, or what? Things are still not clear. At least for me, I read not half, three of the myth and the shooting star. That the only three that I was able to read so far. And we know that even in the future, she came back. I mean, when she died, she came back later on, but I think that I did not understand that in the myth at the beginning she was a queen, and then later on she was a student. That's confused me. I don't know. But what we know that Xavier's life is literally complicated. I mean, he was traveling a lot in the past, future timeline. There's a lot of timelines. I mean, what he's looking for exactly? And we already know that Philos maybe not gonna stay forever, and Philos' creation was made later after the earth was destroyed. So what is he actually doing? Is he going back to the past to fix some stuff? And also in the anecdotes, when he was literally being very careful for the people not to know about him much or a lot, because he didn't want to reveal his identity. But for sure, I mean, for me at least, before reading anecdotes and stuff, I already knew that Xavier was Lumiere, because there was a hint and it was literally obvious. I also knew that he was old. Literally he was old, because first of Lumiere, and secondly, well, they didn't give us the number. Even in the trailer of Xavier, we see that he was talking about some years, 260 springs. I mean, that's a lot. What I didn't know that he was actually from the future. I was between that, is he a god or is he immortal? And that's for sure. Before I knew that actually the whole thing is happening in the different timelines. I mean, the reason why we first played the game, that's for sure because of all the videos that we saw on social media about the hot guys, sexy men and stuff. I mean, let's be real, that was one of the reasons. But we did not really expect that the story or timelines of everything. The game is literally very complicated and is very deep. I mean, for me, for a fair to play who's playing, I mean, for sure, a lot of time to unlock a lot of things and to understand. And to be honest, I do not want to spoil myself anymore, because where the fun in spoiling yourself? When I was reading the anecdotes and when she died, that surprised me. So imagine with the other thing that will also surprise me when I read them. So yeah, I do not want to spoil myself on anything else. In short, the anecdote of Xavier let us know more about him and more stuff of what is going on and what's happening, and that there's actually 3 timelines and like not only one. And I don't know about you guys, maybe some people will just read the stories and backstories of the love interest that they are interested about, but for me I think it's very important, or it's better to read about all of them, because literally when you get to know them, when you get to know that each one of them have some specific events that happened in their life, get really attached to the 4 of them and not just only one. Let me know what you think below in the comments about this video, but let's just keep it between the anecdotes and don't spoil stuff for me, please. And thank you for watching.